Here we are. That's right. Okay, so last time. Last time I had tried to think up a way to create some sort of history. You know, I'm trying to think of a class, but maybe we do data class. Oops. Move. Okay, let's do something else first. I think I'm maybe overcomplicating this. So there is this en passant, en passant move, but let's just like do this first, right? All right. I guess the problem I'm having, or the hard time I'm having, is how do I keep track of all this? Okay, so first up, let's do this. Let's nix this to do for now, and let's say that we're only doing like a capture here. If that's the case, then what do we got to do? Let's see. If see, but structurally, you know, this matters. Whatever. Okay, so what needs to happen? I already know, right, from the tick that it's a valid input, and I think I was gonna do this, right? So this has, it doesn't, is valid vertical move, is valid move, it's not used at all. Okay. So now, and then we know if it's diagonal. So the base case, well, not the base case, but the simple case here is there are two spots that any one pawn can ever take a piece in by moving to. And it's always up one to the right one, up one to the left one. Or I guess advance forward. Oh. something. What if the pawn gave us the chords? Okay, another time. So valid. Let's see. Valid capture position left. So if we look at like the white pawn here, see now pawn color comes into it. We don't need to return. So white should go down a spot, return. Dude, it's funny. I don't know. It's funny when you come back to it and you see the decision you made, and it's like, I should have been doing something like this the whole time. Okay, so these would be valid capture positions. Now, there's still another case here. What if the pawn is on the border? Actually, it doesn't matter. This is just... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Why does it not matter? Because we already filter based off of this. Like, we'll stop the user from inputting anything out of bounds with this regex check. And by doing so, like, we'll create the position, which is just like 2 ints, but like we'll never match on one of those. So we'll never put them in as input because they can't be put in as input in the first place. Okay, so what we can do now, well, first off, I need the pawn, right? Now we can do pawn dot this is very annoying. I don't love that, but okay. Okay, so now if it doesn't match either of these, then, right? So first off, that's the main thing, is it has to move into one of those 2 places. Now comes the hard part. I guess the first check would be if okay, so val pawn to capture, right, equals pawn board target pos dot x. Oh, I don't know what's going on. No, board target. Okay, I see another thing I need to do here. I've written this so many times. Whatever. If no, this is wrong. I shouldn't do this. should be, let's just do this. If pawn to capture, right? Okay, we don't need this, I think. Don't need this. Don't need this. I think I'm a little bit too influenced by the previous project, and I've made bad decisions here. Okay, so at this point, let's just return true. Right? Just return false for now. And we'll capture pawn in a second. Okay. So no, let's actually do it then. So if we make it to capture pawn, right? This is true. Pawn to move. Target position equals pawn to move. And then the previous position gets wiped. Oh. Actually, we don't have to have, what else needs to happen? I'm not sure anything else needs to happen. Let's try. Okay, so let's do A2 to A4. And then I should be able to do B7 to B5, B7, B5. All right, and now A4 to B5. Actually, here, let's try. a4 to b5. Ah, wait a second. What did I do in pawn? I think that's right. Oh. Got it. So if the position Oh. I wonder. Uh, it's because of this. It can't match because the position is always an empty string. Okay, so let's do a quick fix for that. Ugh. Got it. Maybe instead of this, we do validate. It's the black and white thing. It like messes up every variable assignment. It's so annoying. Like everything just gets so messy. I need a better way to do this. Is there a way to make this agnostic? It like so frustrating. I'm just tired of like these if statements. So now return if so now look at what just happened, right? If val possible look at this. I've now gotten everything out of there. Okay, so now if okay, so now no, we can't do that. Okay, so if does not equal That's got to be it, right? So what am I doing? What's this? Alright. Fuck you. I'll name it whatever I want. Okay, we'll just leave it for that. Let's see. Okay, try this again. Right? So they're next to each other. Now, let's see. Alright, we need to... I don't know what the problem is anymore. Fuck. That's right. That seems right. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what I'm looking at. Shoot. Oh, I didn't start the timer. Okay, OBS has one. 36 minutes. So we got 10 more minutes. shoot. I made a mistake here, and I don't know what it is. So we are on A, which is 0, so that makes sense. Target position is 1. Oh, I forgot to... If it doesn't... Try again, just real quick. When I was writing this, I knew... Turn true. Hey! We got a capture, baby! Let's go! Let's go. So now Bob will try to do E7 to F6. Still his turn because it was invalid. Oh, it didn't say invalid input, huh? Ah, it's because we went here. Okay, so we got a basic capture down. That's nice. Let's see. Okay. So we did something big here, I think, where we can now have this advanced one. There's another thing too that's really bothering me. I think a pawn should get a position, but see, then I have to give them all a position from the start. A little annoying. Maybe. Nope, because then I don't have the color. So down, like everywhere we go, we have these like player color checks, and I would just like to deal with that. There's a lot to do here now. Shoot. Not gonna lie, I'm totally lost in this code. Like we got this working, but I think we're a far way off. Quite a far way off too. right? It's like that. I don't know why this is all red just from me changing that. So this is color black and white. And then if I got rid of this and then made the pawn take in a position but then I'm just like making them for no reason most of the time. Okay, I think I'm slowly cleaning this up. Let me check the time. Oh, we're over by 5 minutes. All right, I think this is a good place to slow it down here. So obviously, right? Okay, so now upon, I think I can simplify this so much. I really went, I didn't think enough about how to structure this, mostly because I didn't know how many edge cases there were going to be to do. Now that a specific pawn has its own position, which will be maintained, this also needs to be val. What we can do, instead of all the other stuff we're doing with like figuring it out in this math, we basically will just say get possible positions, right? And now we can say it's a valid input based on a list of positions returned. And that would include, if has moved, right? It would include here, 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 and here if I'm a white pawn, right? Like it would do all of these, and if the target doesn't equal any of those four, so instead of making sure it's nothing else, we make sure it is one of those. And by doing that, we can really simplify some of this stuff. And also, I think that's going to simplify a lot of this code because it's getting just completely out of hand. And once we, okay, so first off, to do function to return all possible movements this pawn can make. So why that's helpful is because like the pawn has valid spaces it can make, but then there's like also board state, which we need to deal with next to determine whether or not it can move in those positions, right? So it's like it is able to move diagonally or up 2 or up 1 depending on the state of the pawn, and then we can narrow the scope down to say, okay, now we can only take that if there's a pawn there or if board is in this en passant state and it happens to be in that spot. Okay, I think that's good. Forgot to set the timer, which is a little annoying, but all right, it's time for dinner.